Good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss about the lecture 37, and the topic is alcoholic liver disease, which is very important for the exam point of view. So, this alcoholic liver disease is defined as the damage to the liver and its functions due to the alcohol abuse. So, the person who drinks a lot of alcohol, and it can lead to the liver damage as well as there is damage in the functions of the liver, and alcoholic leads to alcoholic liver disease. In short form it is called as ALD. Symptom, it progresses in the liver as inflammatitis, that is hepatitis, that is inflammation of liver, and leads to fatty liver, and then cause the accumulation of fats in the liver that leads to fatty liver, and then leads to cirrhosis. So what is cirrhosis? It is a chronic disease of the liver due to the degeneration of the cells, inflammation, and fibrous thickening of the tissues of liver is called cirrhosis. So the final phase of alcoholic liver disease is cirrhosis. Then the symptoms include abdominal pain and tenderness, dry mouth, excessive thirst, jaundice, because the liver, if it is not functioning, then it can lead to jaundice, loss of appetite, then fluid collection in the abdomen, nausea. Due to fluid accumulation, there occurs unintentional weight gain, so the weight will be increased, then mental confusion. So these are some common symptoms of alcoholic liver disease. Then etiology, we have and the main etiology for this alcoholic liver disease is the same like for consumption of alcohol. Alcoholic liver disease usually occurs after years of excessive drinking. Acute alcoholic hepatitis can result from binge drinking. So what is binge drinking? It is a practice of large quantity of alcohol in a single dose. In a single dose or single session is called as binge drinking. If severe, it may be life-threatening. People who consume alcohol excessively can become malnutrition due to empty calories from the alcohol, because we don't get any calorie from the alcohol, which can lead to malnutrition, and due to reduced appetite and poor absorption of nutrients in the intestine. Malnutrition contributes to liver disease. Then other factors includes like which can lead to alcoholic liver disease is genetic factors, then personal susceptibility to alcohol induced liver disease. So it depends upon the person. Some person gets fast this due to the alcohol, some do not get very fast. Then toxicity of the alcohol. Alcohol is generally, drinking alcohol is ethanol. Cause toxicity in the liver. The small quantity of ethanol stimulates the nerve cells in the brain, but this substance become toxic to the cells in the body, especially the cells in the liver, thereby leading to cirrhosis of liver. So these are some etiology. Then we have types of alcoholic liver disease. The first is hepatic steatosis. Steatosis is nothing but the deposition of fats in the liver. So that is also called as fatty liver. The second is alcoholic hepatitis, and third is alcoholic cirrhosis. So we have three types of alcoholic liver disease. In hepatic steatosis of fatty, it is characterized initially by small lipid droplets. So in this not very large lipids is going to accumulate, but the small lipid droplets accumulate within hepatocytes, that is a cell of the liver, even on moderate alcohol consumption. Excess consumption results in accumulated lipid in macrovascular droplets. So if you are taking a moderate quantity, then a small lipid droplets. If you are taking too much of alcohol, then it leads to too much deposition of lipid, that is macrovascular droplets. Thereby the muscle, thereby the liver is displaced. The overall effect is fibrosis, and this condition is reversible. So actually in this condition there is no formation of fibers and it is reversible. Means if you stop the drinking, then condition can become normal. Then alcohol practice it is characterized by necrosis of liver, it is the death of the cell of liver, especially in the centrilobular region. Centrilobular region is the central part of the lobules containing cluster of branching functional and anatomical unit of liver, that is centrilobular region. Neutrophilic reaction to degenerating hepatocytes, fibrosis and amyloid body formation are some of the features of alcoholic hepatitis. So in alcoholic hepatitis, what is happening? There is a death of the cell of liver. There is a neutrophilic reaction towards the degenerative hepatocytes. Fibrosis is there, and then this is a biliary body. This should be actually biliary body formation. Then third is alcoholic cirrhosis. It is an irreversible and final stage of alcoholic liver disease. The liver acquires brown, shrunken and non-fatty appearance. In this stage of alcoholic cirrhosis resembles that of post-necrotic cirrhosis. So it is similar like what happens after the necrosis cirrhosis. So same, we want to write this types in the brief, then you can write like this. That is hepatic. First alcohol types is hepatic steatosis, that is fatty liver. Second is alcoholic hepatitis, and third is alcoholic cirrhosis. So in this first type, what is there is moderate consumption, deposition of small bit droplets in hepatocytes. That is the first point. Second, is excessive consumption, and it leads to accumulation of lipids in macrovascular droplets. And third, then nucleus gets displaced from the center, and the liver cell becomes enlarged. So that is what happening the first type. The second is alcoholic hepatitis. Here there is a necrosis, that is unprogrammed cell death of liver cells in centrilobular region. Then there is a neutrophilic reaction, means neutrophils types of WBC comes to place where the necrosis is taking place. Then formation of fibers is called fibrosis. Then alcoholic cirrhosis. It is an irreversible and final stage. Liver turns brown, shrunken and non-fatty appearance. So there is no fat-like appearance. Then resembles post-necrotic cirrhosis. So this alcoholic cirrhosis is similar like what happened after the death of liver cell, that is post-necrotic cirrhosis. So this is the three types of alcoholic liver disease. Then we have the pathogenesis of alcoholic liver disease. So in this pathogenesis, we will try to understand this flow chart. Yeah, this is the flow chart. So generally what happened, alcoholic liver disease is a condition where there is a fatty liver, that is deposition of fats in the liver. There is a formation of fibers, as well as there is damage to the liver cell, that is hepatocyte injury or cell death. So all these three things happens in alcoholic liver disease, and how these three things is going to occur, that we are going to discuss in pathogenesis. So what about whenever a person takes alcohol, then this alcohol is acted upon by the enzyme that is called as alcohol dehydrogenase, that is ADH, alcohol dehydrogenase. And during this, alcohol gets converted to acetaldehyde, and there is a release of reactive oxygen species, as well as NAD plus gets converted into NADH. Okay, so NAD plus gets converted into NAD. So NAD plus is converting into NADH. NAD is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, and this NAD plus is converting into NADH during conversion of alcohol to acetaldehyde. Then this acetaldehyde converts into acetic acid, and this is done by the enzymes that is called as aldehyde dehydrogenase, that is ALDH. And then acetic acid is metabolized and release CO2 and H2O. So this is the one traffic police they identify through that breath test. They check actually this CO2 through that machine, and they can find out a person who is driving is drunk or not. So they actually check the level of CO2. If it is more alcohol consumption is there, then there is more CO2 released. So during this conversion, what happened? NAD plus ratio, NAD plus quantity is decreasing and NADH is increasing. So this increase NADH and decrease NAD plus ratio leads to fatty acid oxidation. And if there is decreased fatty acid oxidation, then there is increase fatty acids quantity, because fatty acid is not getting oxidized. So the level of fatty acids will be keep on increasing, and this increased fatty acids when combined with the glycerol, then it is going to form triglycerides, and this is the triglycerides which actually accumulates in the liver, and the liver becomes fatty liver. Okay, so this is the concept for how the fats or triglyceride is depositing in the liver. Okay, so when alcohol converts into acetaldehyde, during this NAD plus convert into NADH, and increase NADH and decrease NAD plus ratio leads to decreased fatty acid oxidation, and this decreased fatty acid oxidation cause increased fatty acid glycerol, and then more triglycerides will form, and which accumulates in the liver and can lead to fatty liver. And this increase NADH and decrease NAD plus ratio, the oxidative stress also that leads to hepatocyte injury. So now this is the flow chart. So in this flow chart, what is happening is alcoholic liver disease. The main thing happening, there will be fatty liver. So how the triglyceride and fats is depositing, that we'll discuss now. Then there is a fibrosis, the formation of fibers. So how it is going to take place? For that, the concept is when there is a chronic ethanol consumption, when there is too much alcohol consumption, then what happens? The intestinal permeability increases, and when the intestinal permeability increases, then the endotoxins present in the intestine can enter into the blood, and it can go to the liver through bloods, and the liver is having a cell that is called as Kupffer cell, that is also called as a macrophage cell of the liver. So this, because of endotoxin, there is activation of Kupffer cell, and when this Kupffer cell get activated, then it releases cytokines and oxidants, and we know that cytokines are the and oxidants are the chemical mediators of inflammation, which start the inflammation. Okay, so these cytokines can directly cause hepatocyte injury and cell death, as well as this cause the activation of inflammatory cells, and it can activate a very specific type of cell present in the liver, that is called as stellate cell. This stellate cell is responsible for the formation of collagen in the liver. So if this stellate cell gets activated because of this cytokines and oxidant, then there is excessive collagen synthesis by stellate cell, and if there is excessive collagen synthesis, then it can lead to formation of fibers, that is called as fibrosis. So this is the concept by which the more fibers formation through stellate cell is taking place. Because of triglycerides, then the formation of fibers and the hepatocyte injury, all three leads to condition known as alcoholic liver disease. So now you can see this chronic ethanol consumption, then dehydrogenase acts on it and it forms acetaldehyde, and then this, because of this a decrease NAD plus and increase NADH, as well as this cause lipid peroxidation. Okay, so this decrease NAD plus and increase NADH, just now we discussed how it leads to the accumulation of triglycerides and leads to fatty liver, and this also leads to oxidative stress, and oxidative stress also leads to lipid peroxidation, and this oxidative stress can lead to hepatocyte injury or cell death, as well as lipid peroxidation also leads to hepatocyte injury and cell death. This oxidative stress causes decreased glutathione enzymes, that is antioxidant enzymes, which can also lead to liver cell injury. So this is the pathogenesis behind the alcoholic liver disease. So in point wise, if you want to write, then you can write these points. Stunting of substrates on biosynthesis of lipid, enhanced peripheral catabolism of fat, disturbances in the biosynthesis of lipoprotein resulting steatosis, that is the deposition of fats in the liver. Then cellular injury is the result of induction of cytochrome P450, which initiates the catabolism of other drugs to potentially toxic metabolites. Then free radicals that are generated by the microsomal ethanol oxidizing systems react with proteins and membranes. Lipid peroxidation is induced by a generation of acetaldehyde by alcohol. Alcohol consumption result in immunological attack on new antigens of the liver, mostly due to disturbance in native proteins. Alcohol is a caloric food source which displaces nutrients. The deposition of collagen by perisinusoidal stellate cells result in fibrosis, which produces cirrhosis. The stimuli for this can be activation of Kupffer cells with pro-inflammatory cytokines release, which activate this stellate cell. Then cytokine stimuli gets amplified by platelet activating factor or lipid released by endothelial and Kupffer cell. Then neutrophils influx into the parenchyma along with the release of free radicals, proteases and other inflammatory mediators. Then progressive fibrosis and release of vasoconstrictive endothelins from sinusoidal endothelial cells due to alcohol addiction result in derangements of hepatic blood flow. So this is the point wise if you want to write, but the main concept lies in this flow chart. So if you draw this flow chart for the pathogenesis of alcoholic liver disease, so we have to mainly focus how there is deposition of fats, that is triglyceride, how there is a formation of fibers, and how the hepatocyte cell injury is taking place. So all together you can write the pathogenesis of alcoholic liver disease. Okay, thank you.